Okay, so here's the example. I want to make sure that you guys can actually see me type all of this into the calculator. So example 1, this is when we're given raw data. So we're actually given all of the values. So the data below represents a sample, which tells me right away I'm going to be using T alpha over 2, not Z alpha over 2. So the bottom represents a sample of the number of home fires started by candles for the past several years. Find the 99% confidence interval for the mean number of home fires started by candles each year. So right away, let's go through and let's write what N is equal to and what DF is equal to. N are the number of how many I have in the sample. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 homes, which means my DF is going to be 6. So I can go ahead and find my T alpha. I can find my critical value by using my distribution chart. So please don't write on these. This is a bad example because it has writing on it. And I'm using 99%. So DF is equal to 6. So I'm going to do the 6th row, and 99% would be 3.707. So 3.707 is going to be what I'm actually going to be using for my critical value. Now I need to go find X bar and S, because think of my E formula. E is equal to T alpha over 2 times standard deviation, all divided by the square root of N. Well, I now have T alpha over 2, that's my critical value, so that would be 3.707. I don't know S, and I do know N, all divided by 7. The big mistake here is kids accidentally use degrees of freedom right there, so be very careful that you don't do that. Okay, now let's go ahead and let's find the average of all of these. With directions that I listed before, remember these are your directions. We hit the data button, enter the data values in, press second stat, and then we're going to find out all of the good information from there. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to hit the data button, first turn it on, and if you want to press on and clear at the same time, it clears everything, even your lists. So let's go ahead and press the data button right there, and then enter in all the data values very carefully. So 5,460, and then you just press enter after you hit it. And then 5,900, enter, 6,090, enter, 6310. Okay, when you finish, see how that says L8? It's looking for the 8th value. That means you typed in 7, which is good. It matches our 7. All right, now what we're going to do is you're going to hit the second button, and then that data button, which is stat right above it. And then we have one variable, right? All of my numbers, there's one variable. So I'm going to hit enter, 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 keep hitting enter all the way until calc is flashing. And then we're going to hit enter one more time. Here are all of your goodies. Now this is a sample, so we need to use X bar, that represents a sample. And remember, we're using raw data, so we round one more than the original data value. Look at our original data value. There are no decimals, which means I'm going to need one more decimal place when I'm getting the actual answer. So I have 7,041. That goes right here, but I need one more decimal place than the original data value. So when I look to, I need that 4, but I need to know if I need to round up or round down. So I look to the 2. 2 makes me stay the same. S is right below it. Everything that you need is on that screen. So we have 1,610. 0.2, but we look to the 7 to round up or down. So that 7 makes that 2 round up to a 3. So there's all my data values. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in my S into the equation. So 1,610.3. I type all that in. You can press on and clear at the same time and it all goes away. And then I'm going to press that N over D button. So 3.707 times 161.3 divided by the square root of 7. Hit enter. This is E, so round to 3 decimal places. So that would be 214, and that 3 makes that 4 stay the same. So that would be 2,256.2. And now all I have to do is 7,041.4 minus 2,256.2 less than mu less than 7,401.4 plus 2,256.2. And when I do that, my final answer, let me go ahead and flip to the next page, right here. Good job. All right, guys. I hope this was a little bit easier actually being able to see my hand. Thanks for watching.